Ladies, gentlemen, and daddledems. It no matter where I go online, whether it's just reviews, breakdowns, reactions, it's just slander after slander after
fucking
slander.
Is he ever gonna win?
Holy shit, you suck.
Honestly,
Cat, my boy. I can just smell the bullshit reasoning and biased comparisons and fucked up rhetoric. I'm not just going to defend Mark, but I'm going to defend the Graysons. I'm not just going to defend the Graysons. I'm going to defend the Guardians of the Globe. I'm not just going to defend the Guardians of the Globe. I'm defending... First thing you want to know about this channel is that we don't f around. We're gonna get straight into it. Off the rip, we're just gonna go through his win, loss, and draw record, just so we can go ahead and have a stable number to work with. Now I'm starting with this one because this is the fairest fight that Mark lost. He didn't even lose. It was a draw. I mean, these are 1,000-plus-year-old war veterans. He basically won. I mean, we know why he folded. Most 17-year-olds don't want to kill people. Surprise, surprise. But my boy is 17, coming straight out of high school, and he's being thrown into World War II.
Don't worry, it's just the nukes.
Apparently, Viltrumites are strong believers that 2 was not enough.
Wait!
Did this nigga do a front flip? Who do you think you are, Kxyc? I turned this nigga into an obtuse angle. Just looking at what Mark has survived, I can't say with full confidence that any of the people here actually died. The moment that they said that she was faster than Omniman. Faster than Omniman? Faster than Omniman? Faster. Luckily, she was just a messenger, because I thought it was raps for the whole planet at that point. I played that clip in reverse, it looked like he going down an elevator. I mean, it's no surprise why Mark wasn't really all that intimidated by her, though. He sent that boy across the planet. And don't get me wrong, Anissa has peak form, no cap.
oh my god, you could grind meat on it.
But when it comes to what Mark has been through, I mean, in comparison.
You dare interrupt your education?
Well, your true education begins now.
That's the thing I noticed with Viltrumites. They have like this teaching moment. And if you interrupt, well.
Bro, where your face at?
Yo, no, seriously, where is it? Son, your whole geometry is out of whack. What's going on, son? Like I said, Anissa showed out. And she is like 1,000 years old, okay? Like, at least. Let me remind you, 18-year-old, little to no training. And just like the real world, just because you're used to having worse trauma doesn't mean you get a reward when you're facing the lesser versions. By the way, I don't know who lied and told y'all that Viltrumites got a Zenkai boost. No, they don't. No. They're just inherently strong as fuck and can heal from almost anything. But that's it. They just never die from age, so they just kind of just keep getting stronger, even though their body keeps evolving. Suffice to say, he is at the same level of strength as when he started this whole shit. You feel me? That is how cracked they just turn out. No amount of wins or whatever will matter if you're going against an older Viltrumite, and that's specifically how they scale. And like the comparisons that y'all make are similar, but like, it's like the right model, but not the right circumstance. You feel me? Not the right setting. Okay, are you thinking of Goku or are you thinking of Goku? Are you thinking of Superman or are you thinking of 17-year-old Clark Kent? You feel me? Because that's the one you should be thinking about. You shouldn't be thinking about any anime NC because you know that's just not, they just, that, you know, good and damn well. Even if he was to put it like in perspective of like other shows. This is like if Zod and his squad popped up while Clark was still in high school. Like Vegeta and Nappa popping up in the middle of the world tournament while Piccolo and Goku was fighting. It's like if the Hokage beat the shit out of Naruto in the middle of the tuning exams for no reason. It's like if Aizen ran up on Ichigo instead of Byakuya. He has no heat vision, frost breath, x-ray, no ki, no transformations, and damn sure no Zenkai boost. He just got straight hands, all right, and that's just it. And maybe like a little bit of boosted senses, but I don't think there's anything significant when it comes to Viltrumite so far. But then again, you know, I know some things about the story thanks to. Talk about that in a second. All he has is education. His first day of school was graduation. Barber. Oh no, you interrupting the lesson? That's it, bro. You finna go to Chicago. Hey, Invincible comic readers, just want to say one little PSA. Shut the fuck up! Why is every fandom in such a fucking bum rush mood to ruin their own fucking favorite show for people, bro? I just don't get it. I was in a Twitter thread about cake and pastries, dog, and then somehow I get fucking spoiled for China. Had to get a lot of that out of my system, excuse me. Next! Not a scratch, by the way. Bro, why are you even getting up? Stay down. I don't remember them blowing up. It took all these shenanigans to just fight two, and the Guardians of the Galaxy put some damage on Omni-Man. What?
Don't say nothing, just look at it. Look.
What are you gonna do, hit him with a drop kick? Oh, of course. How could I be so dumb? This isn't Batman. This is a nigga with the hockey pads. This nigga is actually a fraud. And as punishment, I'm going to play the remainder of your death scene with clown music in the background and try my damnedest to contain my laughter over it.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Fucking dumbass.
You did that by your goddamn self.
Like I was saying, 2 may be rough, but you know, obviously Mark needs a fair shot. So they had him fight 8. Now, if you notice, I did the L's in reverse for season 2, because this is just where it's at. He started off fighting 8 Mauler twins, when it took the entire Guardians of the Globe beating them senselessly for 8 minutes straight, just for 2. He had 8. Every L of this season that he took was literally about this scale. 9 times out of 10, he is boxing everyone and anyone that's coming through until he just simply can't no more. Now we gonna blow through all these wins way more faster because I ain't gotta dissect nothing. But since we clearing names and taking some, now Bulletproof, you look cool and you seem cool, but you are talking way too much shit.
Okay, first, your ball.
Like, damn, nigga, you think you don't know that? My nigga was big chongies back in the day, boy.
I'm a real nigga. What?
Now, I wouldn't say Bulletproof is a full-on fraud, okay? I let him off with a warning. I don't like how he's talking shit about my boys when he's the reason that it got started in the first place.
Yeah, baby.
And Cecil, my boy, you know better. Why would you send them to fight the Lizard League without a big boy when you know how they get down? And by they, I mean them. And them means especially him.
Your head is too damn big to be that stupid, Lex.
These big body, beefy ass giga nigga geckos are not going down unless you have a big hitter on your team. Like, I need you to hear how hard she hit this nigga, man. Yeah! Knocked the skedoodle out this nigga, bro. And he still got back up. My nigga, like, bro, they do not go down. I like it, Thon Cut G. And all of our big hitters were sent to space. And then Cecil want to try to play these niggas like they soft? Yeah, sure, the rest of the team is. But you know they always got that big back ass nigga out there every time. Why would you send them out here by themselves, man? Wax Samson could have stayed behind. My boy was just playing whack-a-mole with Ant. And he got experience with these British beefcakes.
You better than this. You're not some higher goals.
Maybe a little too invested, I don't know. But I do see the vision. But don't play my boys in the Guardians of the Globe. They can't handle their own, my boy, because they still won regardless. They just took major losses. Actually, no major losses. They all lived. They held it down. They was even going to go into retirement for some of them. Shrinker Ray may still go into retirement. I wouldn't blame her. That is an insane thing to go through. That boy said, yeah. Oh, God, that was so gross. I'm not even going to lie. And I'm not a person that gets queasy easily, but that was gross. Don't forget, when Mark called for backup on his criminal mission, they were actually holding it down. So she's been doing this. But ultimately, as Viltrumites are basically Kryptonian Saiyans, the great Saiyan proverb goes given to us by the GOAT, Akira Toriyama. If the Saiyans can't beat them, nigga, you definitely can.
Who's next?
Hello, boy.
look, y'all may be willing to let him slide for this, but I ain't. Cyrus, zoom in. That boy did not want any smoke. Earl gonna come home angry as shit because he tried to warn him, and then he's gonna start faking in front of his wife. But not only do I have to get on Cecil for leaving us giga niggaless, but also when they were on the ship and you know all these last minute really nice to have known earlier ass statements started coming out, I had a thought. Cecil, why didn't you ask him this before we left on the trip? Like, bro, you know that boy Immortal's going through some shit. He isn't all the way there. So I'm gonna give him some credit, right? I'm gonna cut him some slack. But like, Cecil was the one asking questions. He was interrogating him. He was telling him how he started all this in the first place. Why didn't you ask him what type of ship it was? What are his defenses? Cecil, you're better than his. These are two screw-ups back to back. And these are rookie screw-ups too at that. Like, I'm so disappointed in you, my boy.
I had hair when I picked the name, but you're right. We're not the best superhero team on the planet. We're a family. And like any family, we're all messed up in our own unique way.
Shit, speed for.
But we're unbreakable when it counts. That's what makes us the best. You're new, so you just don't get it yet.
Now, let's get to the wins.
His name is John C.
Turn it off.
Oh, you can.
Hi, how are you?
All right, that's enough. Finna ruin one meme in this video. We don't need to do two. What the hell does that mean? You know, I'm starting to think that Viltrumi's got a personal beef with squid niggas. Don't get me wrong, just still Viltrumites at the end of the day, so they still beat their ass, but like, they always give them a little bit extra trouble, you know? They always gotta put in a little bit extra hands for these little motherfuckers. I mean, even Nolan got folded by these people. Like, come on, bro. Matter of fact, they both got folded simultaneously. You know how insane of a feat that is? I ain't never seen my boy Nolan falling so majestically. And Mark had to catch him. I'm starting to think Anissa turned herself into a bullet specifically so she didn't have to throw hands. She might have peeped game. Nah, I am the 9. And so this is the win-loss record we're rocking, and it just, you know, you might feel odd, you know, but even if we include like season 1, don't change the numbers that much, or maybe not in the way you might be expecting, you know, it's just like, why doesn't it feel like this? And I think it's because people are looking at his powers more like a power fantasy than the actual reality that the show has been telling you. Are you serious? There's only 2 seasons. But that's every. The anime fan stuff?
Yes, this is a JoJo reference.
That was a little crazy. Got carried away. Oh, you think you have something to... Okay, all right, so that's what you want.
No survivors.
No! No!
Oh, so it's 2 of y'all? Too much! Too much! I can't stop! Hurry up, the viewers are clicking off! I got it! Fuck! Just press the damn muffin button! Wait, I turned it off! No shit! Every era in the history of cinema, it has to stop! Killing the meme! Alright, enough. Everybody takes L's. We get it. Moving on.
I have been f***ing for 30 minutes!
Invincible gave us superheroes in a way more grounded reality, okay? Being a superhero is kind of like a 9 to 5. Powers have drawbacks, you know, and heroes get cheated on and have shitty families, rough relationships. Nothing's a giving and life keeps lifing at all levels. And he has yet to be able to even process what his dad did to him in the first damn season. And now he has a brother too, with more trauma stacked on top of it. At this point, he must be fully educated on physical pain. I doubt anything can phase him as far as like injury wise anymore. Like that, bro's been through everything. Now while Mark being the youngest and weakest Viltrumite, he is still the strongest person on Earth. And apparently he has a training arc happening this season, so now some of them expectations are a little bit more valid, you feel me? But the only reason Mark is able to keep pushing is because, well, mentally and physically too, he's invincible, not invulnerable. And that's what y'all be thinking about. Like, no, it's not invulnerable. Like, you know, it's fucking invincible, okay? So there's a difference. And also, like, he's lost fights, but what missions has he lost? Reads as follows: Thraxian invasion, handle. Kxyc, handle. Martian, that wasn't on him. That was because of the other dickheads. You know, that was, and it wasn't even on their side either. That was just a third party. We don't count those. Solved. Machine head, they got folded, but solved nonetheless. And then Sinclair, solved. And then Omniman got beat on. But the Earth is still here, right? You're welcome. Who else would it be? You thinking Mark just kept trying to throw hands that would have hurt? Nah, bro. That boy hit him with that talk no jutsu and it worked. And look, difficulty be damned. He did all the missions that Cecil wanted him to do while he was still on Earth. Since Dragon Ball Z started, has Goku ever been able to save the planet without needing a reset button or it blowing up? And Supes takes a lot of L's despite being more powerful than Mark. And really, y'all want to write that off as plot every time that it happens to escape the harsh reality that no matter what powers you get, that no matter what position you have, you are never invulnerable. And you're also never untouchable either. On to the final battle. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Mark's most fair fights. On the right corner, we have Mark Grayson, half human and half Viltrumite. 18 years old, 1 year into his superhero career. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Season 1 and 2 up to this very moment has been in a grand spanking total of 1 year. A ball of trauma and drama. Oh yes, are you ready, baby? Invincible! And on the left side, we have... Bro, his whole head taking up the screen, bro. Bro, is this what bald niggas want to do to get dreadlocks, man? Oh my God, he got the low blocks.
What's that, brother?
Oh, that's nasty. Oh man, another reason why he's angry, man. All right, man, I get it. Oh, fuck. Let's get it. The man with more trauma packed inside him than a high school. The only man to watch his family die more times than Sasuke. He is definitely not the villain. Grabbing the mom's neck in front of the sun is insane, bro. And watch out, because he might just send you to Tampa, Florida. Angstom, Leeve. Damn. Oh yeah, it's time to throw hands. Let's get it.
I can't let you get...
Now let me clarify, these characters ain't the only frauds I'm calling out. Y'all are some of the frauds I'm calling out. Like, some be really just assuming certain shit is possible and don't really take 10 seconds to think about why it isn't. You feel me? Like, why you keep going straight at him? Why you keep going? What you supposed to do? Go around? If you said yes, unironically, come with me for a second, okay? Now he quick drew a portal right in front of him, smack dab as soon as Mark was speeding at him, right? Twice. That's very crazy to do, but you know, he's in the hands. But with that kept in mind, if he couldn't boost at him straight forward, what do you think going around's gonna do? He can make multiple portals. We've seen this already, you feel me? Matter of fact, going around is gonna take even longer. Like, it's not like he's super trained on the specifics of flying. His got interrupted when Omniman dipped. And that's part of the problem. People just like, oh, Mark's just getting mixed. He just getting beaten on. Well, how about this, my boy? How about you go through a portal for weeks, fighting species specifically picked for Viltrumite? Now, let me go ahead and get this straight. Remember how my boy BattleBeast was like Frieza? He just popped up in the Saiyan Saga for no reason? Yeah, bro, he's like Cell popping up in the Saiyan Saga for no reason. And Mark fought him and survived before coming back to scrap with Leeve again. So it's like, come on now. What advanced techniques are y'all expecting Mark to be able to just suddenly pull out his ass when he has zero proper training from anyone that's on the same level of Omniman? And then he has to deal with like this fucking guy that's been training for 30 years. Now he's gonna dedicate all that shit onto him. Speaking of, let's talk about Mr. not the villain.
I am the hero!
Look at me! Look at how heroic I'm being! Look at how I am holding this infant child! How am I not a good person? But again, I had to check myself because then I remembered immediately what Mark did to this nigga's son. And his whole family. Oh, but that wasn't even the right Mark. Oh, really? All right, let's see what the Mark that has this costume did. Nigga, I never even noticed it was their whole upper half that got knocked off, not just their heads. My God.
Nice. I like it, Kxyc. 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 I like it, Kxyc.
Yeah, so you know what? Nah, I don't think his costume really matters here. Don't get twisted. I'd be pissed off too if I had a costume with my dogs out, but still, that's regardless, seeing your fam get murked like, I don't know, 70, 11 niggas ass times, I only assume most of them had a family. That's like hundreds more that we didn't even fucking see. And on the subject of the family, that's the biggest point here. He very specifically said,
As long as I don't determine that the only way to hurt you is to hurt them.
He was very specific. If you don't let me play, them boys lose their legs. And with the rage of so many dead families pumped into him, that man hit him with that. You know how you are in the game. You're at the very last part of the boss. You're about to beat the boss. You are really close. You're almost there. You're finna hit them last strokes. Let's say you're even in the QTE already. You just gotta emphasize it too. I felt my boy. I can't count. With each punch, a little bit of trauma was just lifted off of his soul, man. And I imagine getting portal punched is a little bit debilitating, so I'm not surprised he could have just immediately swing back on his ass. Had to catch his bearings real quick, you feel me? Same reason he lost his fight is the same reason people complain about this fight. Leeve is not a brawler. Wait a minute.
Run that back.
Bro, where your clothes at? Like, we've seen this man fight all manner of creature and level of villains. They have never beaten off his man's clothes like this. So how long and how many niggas was he fighting to do this to him? I know they weren't doing this to him in Gotham, bro. He just got pants on. Who gave him a black eye? Back to the point. Same reason he lost his fight is the same reason people complain about this fight. Mark ain't just holding back because of the fact that he's being nice.
Yeah, Mark. You exhausted now, huh? Come on. Let's fight with all we got. Hit me with your best shot!
See that little circle there? That giant shock wave? Yeah, man, anybody's in that probably would have died. Not to mention the literal infant and fucked up woman right there. But once his family ain't around and he was able to get his bearings, boy. So in conclusion, y'all treating Invincible Season 2 like you was Amber from Season 1. Let's get into the IRL shit real quick, bro. First off, y'all go yapping about the animation, and maybe this is just Twitter, of course, being Twitter, you know, shit. But some of y'all don't consider the fact that they have a 20 times smaller budget than the boys. Just because they're backed by a good company doesn't mean they're being treated well by them, and that little assumption happens too much. And it's funny because we had that whole little debacle with Mappa happening, and then immediately everybody forgot the lesson as soon as Invincible came out. First off, they're not Japanese, it's an American company. The production is just a whole different mess. On top of all the shit, the fact that Corona had just happened too, so that was reeling on top of them. These are humans making these shits, you feel me? And it's like, you really aren't thinking this shit through if you had these expectations of like X-Men 97 type animation, because one, first off, animation, Amazon and Disney, different levels, bro. Amazon don't got 5 biggest movies of all fucking time, bro. That's a whole different field. The fact that even Marvel Rivals is even immensely boosted by the fact that it has an obscene budget, likely from the fact that, you know, it's Marvel. They just got it like that now. They came up. And you know, complaining like all hell about the gap, as if they didn't give a whole segment literally explaining like just animation takes a long fucking time, bro. We just gotta do all this shit. You know, we're trying to make little segments here. We still barely made the deadline, you know, because they ain't getting the right way. And you know, the issue is that when issues happen in anime, people say it's an animation issue. They don't be going at the production or the producers for that matter. You know what I mean? Like, people aren't specific enough. Y'all kind of just blame the team, which I feel like is like being at a grocery store, seeing that the boss went through, knocked all their shit on the ground, that worker is sitting there, you're like, you need to do better. Bitch, what? Like, you know, it's just kind of wild when you're like, what do you expect? And honestly, at some points, I'd rather commend them for what they were able to put together, knowing that they got screwed over. Like even for Uzumaki, I kind of commend the animation team for being able to do some of the shit that they were still able to do in the, you know, amongst the ass that was there, but it was still very much because of the fact that they had a horrible production that was going on that just wasn't giving them what they need. And it's not a good idea to blame the animators or animation in general for that when it is a production issue. IRL bullshit aside, y'all did the same thing to Mark too. So I really have to ask, is he the fraud or are you the fraud? Or are you the fraud? Why judge Mark so harshly, but think so little of his circumstance? Is this projection? All right, here's the real thing. Y'all want Mark to have this angry, fed up, vengeful personality, but like, dog, he is literally going through what it takes to have that type of mindset, but it's not going to be instant. Like, y'all want the cake, but y'all don't want to bake it. But in order to bake it, you gotta have patience. And it's like, the thing is, no offense, Mark has both parents, and they're competent, and they're rich, with morals at first. But you know, that boy was going to work through pure principle. Like, that was just it, bro. He didn't need to. His dad was working for the government. He was probably already the richest person on the fucking planet. Like, he had the most goated mom, Superman as a dad. He had the perfect setup to be the golden boy. But then it just got obliterated as he realized his dad was more like a very, very scarred military dad. Kind of like most of those situations, it's all going good until he relapses, and that shit's just kind of downhill from there. I think these 2 seasons really can be encapsulated as Mark's education. He's gonna have to put a lot more time and effort into his powers to really make the dream that he really wants to be able to have a reality. Because right now, he's just not at the point where he can do both. And like, Nolan is way stronger than Mark, and he folded trying to do both the mission and follow his heart. Though his is on his own damn fault. That's on him. You know, he folded. The Guardian, I mean. But bro really never took a single L, but he lost his entire mission himself, and he still hasn't shaken it yet. But you see, Mark took his L's, but he's getting a lot more dubs. He's still holding it down. He's standing strong. He's standing proud and ready at all times to defend Earth. That's why he's invincible. No Viltrumite can keep him from standing on business when it comes about Earth. He never gives in to them. They just have to get this, do it or else. And then they leave because they just can't really get him to fold like that, verbally or otherwise. You feel me? They just like, I ain't got time for this. You know, fuck it. I'ma be back. And you know what? That is also why he's invincible. No earthly threat can hold him because he's invincible. The only thing that has been beaten Mark truly is obscene circumstances, which is what it takes in order to beat a character like him, which is also why it feels like that, because you know, you're fighting a bunch of lower threats. You can just wash them easily. But if there is someone that can stand up to Mark's level, they're likely not going to give Mark the time to be able to adjust, as we've excruciatingly seen. That's just how it is. He has to know ball, but damn it, he's learning it. A little bit better than a lot of other MCs probably would in his circumstance either. The only thing that's really beating Mark is just himself, trying to still maintain the life that he had before this whole superhero stuff, and it's just, he just don't have that no more. This type of change is permanent. He has to keep moving. He has to be better. He has to be stronger. But he was, he is, and he always will be in. So my client is not guilty of these fraud accusations. And if you are one of the people who called him a fraud, give me your badge. I will give you some real frauds. You want some frauds, huh? I told you from the beginning, I got some real ones for you. Oh yeah, they're connected. I'll see you next time.